Hi, I'm Tim Mackey. I'm one of the founders of the Bible Project, and the verse of the day today comes from the Old Testament prophet Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 3, which reads, "Seek the Lord, all of you humble of the land. Do what he commands. Seek righteousness, seek humility. Perhaps you will be shelter on the day of the Lord's wrath." That's kind of intense. This prophet, Zephaniah, was calling the people of Israel to seek covenant faithfulness, to live lives of faithfulness to their relationship with God. After centuries of Israel's apostasy, of injustice, of worshiping other gods, and then specifically of neglecting the poor of the land throughout the history of Israel. And the prophets were convinced that God was going to give the people of Israel over to the destructive consequences of their choices. In Zephaniah's day, he saw the empire of Babylon on the horizon that was about to come and take them over. And when Zephaniah talks about the day of the Lord's wrath or anger, he's talking about God allowing Babylon to come, take Israel captive and haul them off away into exile, which is what happened. However, what Zephaniah is calling upon is what he calls the humble of the land. Even though the whole culture around them has totally turned its value set upside down from God's sense of righteousness and goodness, he calls on them to keep doing what is right, to keep doing what's right by God, to keep doing what's right by your neighbor, seek righteousness, and seek humility. This isn't a call to escapism or simply withdrawal. It's simply a call to remain faithful even when God lets the rest of my life, my family, my community, my culture destroy itself. And I may suffer in the process, or I may not. That's kind of irrelevant, according to the prophet. What the world needs is people who will simply be faithful to the commands of God, even when it seems totally insane and contrary to everything that's going on around them. And what the prophet promises is there in the midst of everything falling apart, God is with his people providing shelter for them. Not necessarily being spared from hardship and suffering, but being with them in the midst of their suffering. And so this is a challenging call. Even when obedience to the call of Jesus doesn't make a whole lot of sense, we're called to be faithful anyway and trust that he will be with us and giving us strength and power. And so let's take that verse of the day with us into the rest of our day.